Welcome! Today we're diving into essential sexual orientation terminology. It's crucial to understand and use respectful language when discussing topics related to sexual orientation so that everyone feels included. Sexual orientation refers to a person's emotional, romantic, or sexual attraction to other people. Let's start by exploring some common sexual orientations. Asexual. Asexual individuals do not experience sexual attraction. However, it's essential to recognise that asexual people, like everyone else, can experience romantic attraction. Some asexual individuals may also identify with terms such as gay, bi, lesbian, straight, or queer to describe the direction of their romantic attraction. For example, an asexual person who experiences romantic attraction to individuals of the same gender might identify as gay asexual or biromantic asexual. It's all about understanding and respecting the diverse ways in which individuals experience attraction. Next, let's discuss the term ally. An ally is typically a straight and/or cisgender person who actively supports members of the LGBTQ+ community. Being an ally involves advocating for LGBTQ+ rights, standing up against discrimination and prejudice, and creating safe and inclusive spaces for everyone, regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. Allyship is crucial in the fight for equality and acceptance. By standing together and supporting one another, we can create a more compassionate and inclusive world for all. Now, let's explore the term bi. Bi is an umbrella term used to describe a romantic and/or sexual orientation towards more than one gender. People who identify as bi may use a variety of terms to describe themselves, including but not limited to bisexual, pansexual, queer, and other non-monosexual and non-monoromantic identities. It's essential to understand that bisexuality is not limited to attraction to only two genders, despite the prefix bi. Bisexual individuals can be attracted to people of any gender, not just male and female. Coming out refers to the process when a person first discloses their sexual orientation and/or gender identity to others. This can be significant and often challenging moments for individuals as they navigate their feelings, fears, and the reactions of those they choose to confide in. Coming out is a deeply personal experience, and the timing and circumstances vary for each person. It's important to recognise that coming out is not a one-time event, but rather an ongoing process. Individuals may come out multiple times to different people or in different situations throughout their lives. Creating a supportive and accepting environment where individuals feel safe to come out is essential in developing inclusivity and understanding. Demisexual and romantic. The term demi, which is an umbrella term, is used to describe individuals who may only feel sexually or romantically attracted to people with whom they formed an emotional bond. Unlike some other sexual orientations, demi individuals typically experience attraction after forming a strong emotional connection with someone. This emotional bond is a crucial factor in their feelings of attraction. Similar to other sexual orientations, demi individuals may also use terms such as gay, bi, lesbian, straight, or queer to explain the direction of their romantic or sexual attraction. For example, a demi person who experiences romantic attraction to individuals of the same gender might identify as gay demi or bi demi. Gay typically refers to a man who has a romantic and/or sexual orientation towards other men. However, it's important to note that the term gay is also used more broadly as a generic term for both lesbian and gay sexuality. Some women may choose to identify themselves as gay rather than lesbian, and this choice is entirely valid and personal. Additionally, some non-binary individuals may also identify with the term gay. Language is fluid, and how individuals choose to identify themselves can vary widely. It's crucial to respect each other's self-identification and to use the terms that individuals feel most comfortable with. Heterosexual or straight refers to individuals who have a romantic and/or sexual orientation towards people of a different gender. For example, a heterosexual man is romantically and sexually attracted to women, while a heterosexual woman is attracted to men. It's important to recognise that heterosexuality is just one of many different sexual orientations, and each orientation is valid and deserving of respect. Homosexual is a term that has been historically used to describe someone who has a romantic and/or sexual orientation towards someone of the same gender. However, it's essential to recognise that the term homosexual has often been associated with medical or clinical contexts and may not always be preferred by individuals within the LGBTQ+ community. In recent years, the term gay has become more widely used as a more inclusive and affirming way to describe individuals who are attracted to the same gender. It's important to use language that respects and affirms individuals' identities, and for many people, gay is the preferred term. However, it's always best to use the language that individuals use themselves to describe their identities. Lesbian refers to a woman who has a romantic and/or sexual orientation towards other women. It's important to recognise that lesbian identity is valid and deserves respect. Additionally, it's worth noting that some non-binary individuals may also identify with the term lesbian. Identity is deeply personal, and individuals may choose the labels that resonate most with their experiences and feelings. It's crucial to respect each person's self-identification and use the terms they prefer. LGBTQIA+ is an acronym that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex, and asexual. This acronym is used to encompass the diverse range of sexual orientations and gender identities within the community. The addition of the plus symbolises inclusivity and acknowledges there are many identities beyond those represented by the initial letters. It's important to use inclusive language and recognise the breadth of diversity within the LGBTQIA+ community, and by doing so, we can create a more welcoming and supportive environment for everyone. Pan refers to a person whose romantic and/or sexual attraction towards others is not limited by sex or gender. Unlike some other sexual orientations, pansexuality emphasises attraction to individuals regardless of their gender identity or expression. Pansexual individuals are attracted to people based on factors beyond gender, such as personality, interests, and emotional connection. Queer is a term used by individuals who wish to reject specific labels of romantic orientation, sexual orientation, and/or gender identity. For some, it's a way of embracing fluidity and rejecting rigid categorizations within the LGBTQ+ spectrum. It can also be a means of challenging perceived norms and hierarchies within the community, such as racism, sizeism, ableism, and other forms of discrimination. It's important to acknowledge that the term queer has a complex history. While some LGBTQ+ individuals view it as empowering and inclusive, others may still associate it with past oppression and discrimination. However, in the late 80s, the queer community began to reclaim the word, transforming it into a symbol of empowerment, resilience, and unity. Ultimately, whether or not someone identifies with the term queer is deeply personal. It's essential to respect each individual's self-identification and use language that affirms and validates their experiences. We're now going to look at terms we should be avoiding to ensure equity in relation to sexual orientation. Don't say homosexual as a noun or adjective. The word homosexual has a clinical history and is often used by anti-LGBTQ extremists. It implies that gay people are diseased or have psychological or emotional disorder. These ideas have been discredited by the American Psychological Association and the American Psychiatric Association since the 1970s. What to say instead? Well, gay man or lesbian, gay person, people. Use gay or lesbian when discussing people attracted to members of the same sex. Don't say homosexual relationship, homosexual couple, homosexual sex. When you identify a same-sex couple as a homosexual couple, it classifies their relationship as a homosexual relationship. And by referring to their intimacy as homosexual sex, it's highly offensive. Many of these ideas are frequently used by anti-LGBTQ extremists to degrade LGBTQ plus people, couples, and relationships. So what to say instead? Relationship, couple, or if necessary, gay, lesbian, same-sex couple, sex, etc. It's a good rule of thumb to avoid labelling an activity, emotion, or relationship as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or queer. Don't say sexual preference. The term sexual preference is generally used to imply that being attracted to the same sex is a choice. It then leads to the assumption that it should be cured. What to say instead? Sexual orientation or orientation. Sexual orientation is the accurate terminology of an individual's romantic, physical, and/or emotional attraction to people of the same and/or opposite sex. It's all-inclusive to LGBTQ+ sexual orientations and for straight people as well. Don't say gay lifestyle, homosexual lifestyle, or transgender lifestyle. There is no one LGBTQ+ lifestyle. Every LGBTQ+ person is diverse in the ways that they experience and lead their lives. Phrases like gay lifestyle and homosexual lifestyle and transgender lifestyle are used to degrade LGBTQ+ people. It suggests that their sexual orientation and/or gender identity is a choice, which is inaccurate. What to say instead? LGBTQ people and their lives. Don't say admitted homosexual or avowed homosexual. We know that homosexual is an outdated term, and the words admitted or avowed imply that being attracted to the same sex is shameful or secretive. What to say instead? Well, out gay man, out lesbian, or out queer person. You can also describe the person as being out. Just be sure to avoid saying or using the word homosexual at any point. Don't say gay agenda or homosexual agenda. Notions of a so-called homosexual agenda are inventions of anti-LGBTQ extremists who have created terms like the gay agenda to instill fear when LGBTQ+ people are just trying to pursue equal opportunities. These terms give the impression that LGBTQ+ people are sinister. So what to say instead? Accurate descriptions of the issues, e.g. inclusion in services, securing equal employment protections. LGBTQ+ people want to experience the same dreams, concerns, and desires as other persons. They deserve the opportunity to earn a living, be safe in their communities, and take care of their loved ones. Don't say special rights. Anti-LGBTQ+ extremists often describe equal protection of the law for LGBTQ+ people as special rights. By using this term, they create opposition to things like relationship recognition and inclusive non-discrimination laws. What to say instead? Equal rights, equal protection. For further information about community terminology, please contact Proud to be Parents.